on the vlog again. Just can't wait to do a vlog again. The life I love is making vlogs for my friends, and I can't wait to do a vlog again. Doing a vlog again. Going places that I've never been. Seeing things that I may never see again. And I can't wait to do a vlog again. Hello everyone and welcome back to The Top Vloggers. As always, I am High and Mighty Joe hanging out with
the lovely cat.
And we have Aaron in the back. We have got a great vlog for you today. This is the tale of Dr. Henry C. Cole. Now, he was the 6th mayor of Kokomo, and this story happened 137 years ago. So we're going to take you back. Let's see if we can figure out what happened. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you can stay up to date on all of our latest videos.
You can join us on all of our social media websites, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at The Top Vloggers. Also, if you'd like to help us reach the top, you can do so by going to www.patreon.com/thetopvloggers. Without your help and support, these vlogs will be almost impossible to do. There will be a link down in the description below.
So let's get this vlog started. Well, we've been down this road before, and that house should look familiar. That's the house of Norman Bridwell. That's right. The man who created Clifford the Big Red Dog. Now our story begins in the September 24th, 1881 edition of the Kokomo Saturday Tribune that chronicled a tale of intrigue. Dr. Henry Cole was reputed to have been a gifted surgeon who served in the Union Army during the Civil War and afterwards settled in Kokomo, where he found plenty of trouble. In October 1866, he was accused of shooting and killing a man outside the Kokomo post office who he claimed seduced his wife. Dr. Cole was acquitted on grounds of emotional insanity. Despite that, in the early 1870s, Cole, still a doctor of local prominence, was named the city's chief fire engineer and later in that decade was elected to the city council. Then, in 1873, Cole was put on trial for performing an abortion. He was fined $500 and spent 30 days in jail. Later, the mayor was jealous again and shot and killed a man named Allen in broad daylight. Cole was viewed as a coward by many people for the way he killed Allen, but his generosity towards poor patients and a promise to clean up the town won him enough support to win a bitter election for mayor in 1881. On the night of September 19, 1881, he was accused of stealing flour from a local mill and was shot dead by the sheriff's posse at Old Springs Mill at West Jefferson Street. Cole's picture hangs alongside those of Kokomo's other mayors in City Hall. Now here is a picture of Dr. Henry C. Cole. So now here we are at WWKI 100.5 in Kokomo, Indiana. And you can see they put a sign up here for Dr. Henry C. Cole explaining everything. And the reason they put it here is because this is the former location of Cole's 2-story residence and horse stables. Now you have to admit this is 1880 and 1881, so there's no cars. You're going to have horses and things like that. So this was where everything was, right here on this property. This is where the horse stables and the 2-story residence was. Now the plaque that you see was unveiled Friday, March 3rd by Kokomo Mayor Greg Goodnight, the Howard County Historical Society Executive Director Dave Broman, and Kokomo Historic Review Board member Tom Tolan. An expert in all things Cole, says this is only part of the story. The rest of the tale is a little known yet engrossing piece of Kokomo history. Now, it is hard for us to say exactly when or where Dr. Henry C. Cole was born through various documents, including those published by the Indiana State Medical Association. State where he was born in 1838 is Ripley County. He is believed to have arrived in Kokomo in 1860. This is a picture of what his two-story house would have looked like, and you can see the horse stables in the back. Very beautiful place, that's for sure. Now, his prominence as a medical professional was short-lived. However, he was accused of plagiarism in 1867. 1 year after presenting a paper to the Indiana State Medical Association. In May 1867, the plagiarism accusations that his paper was called a literal copy of one in a New York publication, and it led to his expulsion from both the ISMA and the Howard County Medical Society. It was around the same time that Cole, no stranger to public controversy, saw his life devolve into chaos and violence. In October 1866, Cole confronted a man named Chambers Allen outside the Kokomo post office, accusing Allen of seducing his wife, a woman Cole would later divorce, according to a New York Times profile of Cole. During the ensuing moments, the Richmond Weekly Palladium in Richmond, Indiana, quoted Cole as saying to Allen, "You are the man who ruined my poor wife. The year 1866 is not available in the Tribune's archives." Then Cole reportedly drew a revolver and shot Allen through the back of the head. After Allen fell, Cole shot him twice more in the stomach. Allen died on the spot. Shortly after the incident, Cole was arrested. The Times report that there was strong talk of lynching Cole and jailed soon. Cole was the defendant in a Tipton Circuit County trial that many expected to cost him a lifetime of freedom. Represented by Daniel Voorhees, a man who served as a U.S. Senator and is believed to have been friends with Abraham Lincoln, Cole embarked on an 8-day trial. The trial ended with Cole's acquittal on the grounds of an emotional insanity plea, but forever tarnished his standings in local circles. Well, apparently he is also buried right here in Kokomo, so we are going to go to the grave and see if we can find him, and I'll see you there. That's a really pretty house. At least one newspaper, the Jasper Weekly Courier, credited the victory to Voorhees, calling his performance at the trial exceedingly able, effective, and eloquent. However, I have to think it's safe to say, though, that the killing and subsequent not guilty verdict didn't win Cole any friends, and he was soon put on intimate terms of friendships with all of the hard characters of Kokomo. Now, I'm pretty sure about that. However, we are going to park and see if we can get out and take a look and find out where he is buried. Yeah, I noticed that there's some of these that you cannot even see. Like that one, you can't even make that out. So that could be his right there. We just don't know. You would think that they'd take better care of it, him being a former mayor. But then again, this was 137 years ago as well, so. Well, 138 maybe. Depending on what happened. Take a look at this massive thing. This thing. Well, every bit. I bet it's I bet it's 50 feet tall, if not a little bit more probably. That thing is huge. Now, you would expect a former mayor and someone who had some financial stability, definitely around the 1800s, would have definitely had a tombstone like that, but not Dr. Henry C. Cole. Well, I'm sorry I couldn't find him, but I'll go ahead and tell you the rest of the story as we're walking back. I come across some of these old tombstones I can't read, like this one. I'll go ahead and show them to you. Like I said, I assume one of them is him. I just don't know which one. Now, in 1873, Cole was put on trial for performing an abortion on a Miss Phoebe Ann Kane, a seamstress in her early 30s. Some speculate he covered up other abortions, including burning down a barn where a failed abortion had taken place. Such claims have never been proven. Following his trial in an Indianapolis court, Cole was convicted and sentenced, as we know, to 30 days in jail and a $500 fine. But as the trend would dictate, Cole was ultimately able to rid himself of any guilt. After requesting a new trial, Cole was found once again to be the innocent victim of undue criminal charges. Post-trial, Cole even sued a local Indianapolis newspaper for libel. Now, by all accounts, the weather on September 19, 1881 was exceedingly normal. A dark, clear, starlit night that saw the average Kokomo resident in bed well before midnight. Kind of like now. But for some, the night would prove to be life-altering, and for one, the final night of his life. That's a pretty angel up there. Previous records conflict on exactly when Sheriff James W. DeHaven and William Steyer, owner of the Spring Mill, were informed that the mill located on West Jefferson Street was to be robbed and set ablaze to conceal any evidence on Monday evening of the 19th. Their source of that information is also in dispute. Some, including the New York Times, claim it was a man named Lang, possibly Isaac Lang. Lang was, according to some, a local criminal who had previously committed crimes with Dr. Henry C. Cole and was attempting to endear himself to local law enforcement. Others said, including DeHaven in his testimony, the source was a federal agent. Well, this one looks unique. That's for sure. I have to admit, I do like it. Let me know how you feel about it in the comments below. Now, back to the story. Nonetheless, a sheriff's posse comprised of Steyer, two brothers, Constable George W. Bennett and Asher C. Bennett, and a deputy sheriff, J.W. Lerner, stalked out to the mill at 9 p.m. where they expected the plan of the thieves would be frustrated and their capture effected, noted that the Kokomo Tribune. To start the night, Steyer and Lerner set up shop at the mill's woodpile, Asher Bennett inside the mill's engine room, and George Bennett in the nearby privy, although he soon moved because the air was so foul. At roughly 10:30 p.m., they saw two shadowy figures descending on the mill, and they watched as the masked assailant climbed into the window and handed 2 bags of flour to another burglar. Moments later, the second batch of flour appeared. Cole was found dead roughly 100 to 125 yards from the mill with a revolver in both of his hands. Well, thank you so much for joining us on this vlog. I really enjoyed this one. I love learning about new things. This is a very interesting story. I hope you guys enjoyed this one because I didn't know the story. For I guess I'd say, well, I learned about this within the last 3 months. And so to hear this story and find out that this guy was from my hometown where I grew up, you know, where the town I was born in and everything, I thought, man, I have just got to let the people know this one. So, like I said, just wanted to go ahead, let the story be out there. Dr. Henry C. Cole, may you rest in peace. And like I said earlier, don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you're new here. Take it one step further and ring that notification bell. It will keep you up to date on all of our future endeavors. You can find everything in the links in the description below. We'll see you again next time. Until tomorrow, Top Vloggers, out.